Welcome to Trash Talk.
I'm D.
I'm Lane.
John's not here. You're welcome.
It's been a while since I think Derek and I have done one on our own.
The last one I think I remember was the episode that we were Grape called in after a Nebraska game and got hit by a car while he was on the phone with us.
Yeah, I should look up which one that one is because that's one of the classics, I feel like.
It's like 5 years ago or more, I think.
Yeah, it was first year, and it wasn't just at the end of the game. He was calling us throughout the game. I think we were even recording.
We had check-ins.
We were recording that separately. That was still even on a Zoom recorder, I feel like, at that point. But either way, we've come a long way, and good things are coming with the 200 episode. So stay tuned. And are we talking about?
We have a lead story.
Yeah.
Biden out, Kamala in. Lane, thoughts?
I'm not surprised at all. I think it's.
Do you like her more than Biden?
Yeah, probably. Will I vote for her?
What else would you vote for?
Remains to be seen.
Kennedy?
Oh, she's got to win my vote.
Okay, if you're thinking about Kennedy, I'm just going to say, did you not see the audio? Oh, it was video. He was doing like a podcast with someone. Trump called him. It was like after.
Oh, yeah. He released something. I didn't fully understand it.
So he called Kennedy for whatever reason, like right after he
shot.
was in the assassination attempt, supposedly.
We'll get to that later too.
And on the phone call, he tells Kennedy something along the lines of like, "Hey, this is going to help us, and we're going to win this thing together." Like basically, Kennedy's in his back pocket, running to steal votes away from Democrats, effectively, because he's running as independent.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, that's what it's what was released is to look like, But do you know who released it?
Well, like I said, he was doing a podcast when Trump called him. So they already had cameras and everything, and they just kept rolling when he took the phone call. And whoever that was with, whoever recorded that, I don't know. They're the ones that, had to have leaked it.
Well, it turns out it was actually his son.
Biden's son?
No.
Or Kennedy's son?
Yeah, which makes it even weirder to me.
Why?
Just that, first of all,
Kennedy's an old man. His son, of course, is going to help him with
he's
technology.
Running the media or something. Yeah, I don't know that. But, why would you release that? It's almost like it's deliberate, of course. It's politics. We only see what they want us to see. Because there was more to the phone call, too, We'll see the full phone call.
Yeah. Let me see. I can pull it up.
No, I don't. All right.
Kennedy and Trump phone call.
So you think voting for Kennedy is a vote for Trump?
It's like a half vote.
That's fair.
It just negates.
Well,
and who's more likely to vote or vote for Kennedy? Democrats
or both
or Republican. I think he'll get both.
Yeah, he's a centrist.
But he's honestly so far left. He's like right in a lot of respects.
Well, it's like a circle. It kind of comes back around.
Yeah, it's spectrum. And he's like, I think he's elected as a Democrat, but he's running as an independent, and he's always been pretty maverick with a lot of more traditional Democratic values. He's a lawyer.
Yeah, he's raised Democrat. So how do you feel about the Democrats not allowing a primary to happen and Joe Biden just kind of passing
I like
torch?
Kamala more than Biden, so I was just like, fine, good.
That's not the question. It's why didn't the
I just told you. I was like, fine, good.
But didn't you want to see a Democrat primary? That make Kamala
they did have
your
that.
Vote? They
Biden
didn't.
got the nomination.
They had no primary,
but they haven't done the official vote or their version of the Electoral College or whatever the fuck it is, DNC shit.
Yeah, the DNC. They do some sort of super delegate thing, but yeah. So that's the thing. Why weren't we allowed to have a primary too? To vote for a Democrat that we liked. Because would you have voted for Kamala over
Because it's so fucking late in the game. They just need to get someone out there, especially... Kamala's already vice president.
we've known Joe Biden is failed. Or frail. You know?
I mean, yeah. Obviously, look at the guy. Listen to him talk. I mean, I remember right after he got elected, I was listening to NPR one day, and they cut to his speech live, or it wasn't a speech. He was talking to the press. Sure. It wasn't that long after he got elected.
Yeah.
And I just recall within like a minute, maybe the first question that went at him with the journalist, they asked him a question. He goes, "Well, let me tell you something." And the guy's kind of quiet. And you kind of hear the journalist like way in the background, like, "Yeah." He goes, "Huh? What?"
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that was it.
I think I do.
And I was just like, "Oh my God." And I turned it off. I was like, I can't listen to it anymore.
Yeah.
I think I maybe listened to 30 seconds to a minute. And it was just so rambling. I was like, this is what?
Yeah. I mean, he's just the opposite of Trump in a way, where Trump doesn't make sense. You know, but yeah,
Katy Perry.
He needed to step down.
Katy Perry, she came out with a new single, right?
Okay,
Women's World or something like that.
I would expect nonetheless.
And it's the guy that she produced it with has been accused, and I don't think found guilty in a court of law, but been accused by multiple female artists
of raping.
Yeah, or something along those lines.
Sure, yeah, it's music industry. What does this have to do with Biden?
So, the last time a female ran for president, Hillary Clinton, she was like the person that was always doing the live music. You know, it was always so fucking stupid and awkward, I thought. So now she comes with a new fucking female empowerment fucking video.
And Kamala's in it?
She's gonna no. But I'm not saying she's gonna like open up for Kamala, but I just find it ironic. And then the fact that she's working with some fucking sick ass sex rapist or whatever the hell he is.
Yeah. Satan cultist.
Yeah. So a lot of people are like asking questions about that. And to bring it back around to this like racist stuff, like, Katy Perry represented Hillary Clinton when she did the live performances before her big TV speeches and shit.
Yeah.
It just kind of feels like getting another female running. And I'm not against a female president, but
are you saying it's a simulation?
It's just a lot of weird fucking coincidences.
Yeah, or like it's set up.
Just feels like, yeah, exactly. Something's not on the up and up.
Did you ever watch Veep too?
No, I never watched Veep.
It's insane about how coincidental it is. Like, she's the vice president that's, female, wants to be president. She never really does become president, I don't think. Maybe briefly. But she watches someone else become president first that, like, does a better job than her. And is, like, African woman, I think. So it's, like, the parallels with her and Hillary and now Kamala. Because I think it was, like, even a weird contested convention, where they have to, like, vote and shit. So, I don't know. What you're saying is that it's staged and someone's manipulating the presidency, making it seem like an act, like Hollywood style.
Yeah.
Music videos.
How it always fucking is, though. Like, everything's just such
Super Bowl halftime predictions.
Politics is entertainment.
Oh,
and in fact, I even read an interesting quote from someone that said, politics or the government is the entertainment branch of the military. I don't know. It stuck with me for some reason.
Yeah. Is that a Hunter S. Thompson thing?
No, it was, I don't know. Recently, somebody said that.
Yeah, okay.
Goodness. It might have been like Eisenhower. No, I don't think it was Eisenhower. Somebody in the military, I think, said that.
Yeah. No, I can see it. It's a total diss, Like, they're just our puppets, So we run the world. They just make people smile and get distracted.
Trump video has been scrubbed offline.
No shit.
Yeah.
It's a simulation, man. It's all set up. Kamala's president.
I've watched the video.
Yeah, I thought I did too. But I don't think I watched much. I think it was like maybe 30 seconds.
It's fucking insane, man. Oh, what's going on? I like Kamala better than Biden. All right, and they had to get somebody out there quickly.
Yeah, so...
And she has name recognition. And that's the reason.
I get that. I want to hear her platform. I'm going to say that, okay? Because right now she doesn't have my vote. I've listened to Robert F. Kennedy on quite a few podcasts, and he does have like just kind of the like, I'm looking out for the people that have been hurt, you know, like because he's all an environmentalist, and you know, people have been getting fucked over by corporations, their lives, and that's like really what he's after.
Trump is a corporation, and he's working with Trump.
Yeah, I don't think they're working together.
What about Elon saying he's going to give $45 million a month to Trump?
I heard that.
And then after Kamala announced everything, well, no,
that's when it happened.
He said it didn't happen.
That's how it happened.
He said he never said anything about it, but he reneges on shit he says all the time.
Yeah, well, unless there's like an actual tweet.
He's a fucking richest man in the world, man.
And
you know what he's fucking doing?
He's trolling.
He's just fucking trolling. He's also just trying to do shit for his companies. That's his only fucking interest.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have a relationship with his kids.
No, probably not.
He doesn't. His fucking oldest fucking hates him.
Yeah. Well, he's a fucking billionaire, man. Like, he's a supervillain, you know?
Yeah, he's a super. He is.
They all
got
are.
my rocket shit.
They all are. Bezos and Zuckerberg.
Yeah, they're all a little bit sketch.
Well,
so is Biden even alive? Have you been seeing this shit?
Yeah, I saw a big conspiracy because he hasn't shown up, and I saw everyone was freaking out like, oh, if he can't run for president, he can't be president, you know? I don't know if it's ever
Lauren Boebert apparently demands Joe Biden prove he's not dead.
I thought he did like come out with a speech.
Yeah, he spoke last night.
I thought was it?
This just came out a couple days ago.
So a couple of days ago, Kamala was on the phone with Joe Biden, and and everyone was saying that was a recording or it was AI and shit. So yeah, there's been a whole bunch of conspiracies about it. Also, just distractions. I'm sure the guy is alive still, but just like
he's not that much younger than Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter's like what 96 or some shit.
Yeah, I think he's older than that even, and he's pretty frail though.
Yeah, 99 years old. So Biden's what, 84 right now?
I thought 81. And I thought Trump is 80 is the case.
He's 78 right now. And Biden is 81. So yeah, he's quite a bit younger than Carter, but I mean, you could tell the guys.
But you could tell Carter looked a lot better at 82. You know, Carter's only recently.
Yeah, he's building houses.
Yeah, Carter's only recently gone downhill. So,
well, his wife died. He's not going to be that far behind her.
Oh, is that what happened?
Maybe he's holding out for a centennial birthday.
Oh, that would be
just
dope.
Die on his birthday.
Yeah, goes out with the country. I hope.
This isn't America.
I hope the country doesn't go out though. You know, like if Trump loses the election to Kamala, everyone's gonna say it's rigged.
Whatever. Trump says all sorts of fucking stupid shit all the fucking time.
Well, so I mean, like, what do you think is gonna happen? Think they'll insurrection again?
He's not president. So I
yeah,
don't know.
but he controlled the people. You know, he made the people go.
He made it all happen.
He didn't make them go there.
What's your opinion on J6?
My opinion on J6 is that it's a very complicated issue. There definitely was a lot of suspect things going on. People definitely got rioted, you know, got physical, destroyed, damaged at things, but just like any riots and
that wasn't just a riot. That wasn't any riot.
But
that was our fucking capital.
Let me get to my point.
Certifying a vote.
Let me get to my point. Those people rushed in there like and did not know what to do, and then walked out. Like there is videos of them. A lot of people just like walking through the red ropes, you know, chains, just like kind of like looking around and shit. So like some people that went in probably weren't rioting, but I think there was.
You don't hold.
I think there's agents
Trump
in the crowd
for any of that.
Just like there's agents in the crowd at Black Lives Matter protests and the other ones, not even that were, you know, just that summer where everyone was.
Do the people
protesting?
A lot of the people that Trump attracts are fucking sheep.
For sure. But other people the left does the same with the Black Lives Matter. Then, you know, they get a undercover agent in there, that actually like breaks windows and starts some chaos, and then people just fucking go for it, you know, man. That's what the same thing happened.
Do you think there's agents of chaos working for the government?
Yeah.
Or maybe even
100%,
billionaires.
100%.
Billionaires own the
You know,
government.
I mean, it's
Zuckerberg has his own like Zucker zombies.
It's the Illuminati. So whoever, you know, the Illuminati is just not one person.
Whoever has the gold makes the rules.
It's a group of people, and I think there's so many tiers of it. Like Elon Musk isn't in that. He's just like their puppet, I would say. I think it goes way deeper than him. There's way more
Than just Musk?
rich people in the world than Musk, yes. That we just do not know about.
Oh, I'm sure they're all feuding about shit. Like, Musk wants to move to electric, explore the stars, and then there's a lot of, like, old money that's like, no, oil.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah. Well, and it's not just that. I mean, like, think about how it's global now, too. So, you know, there's a Chinese Yugasagi. What's the Chinese mafia?
You're doing the Japanese?
Or maybe.
Uh,
But there's both of them, is what I'm just trying to say, is that both of them have the old money in their, you know, country that are fighting people.
Yakuza.
Yakuza. I knew it was something like that. Cool. Yeah, I just wish Biden would have stepped down earlier.
Yeah, that would have been nice, for sure. But you know what? Power to the people, all right?
Sure. People vote.
Fuck corporations.
Definitely. So that's why I want to see who does Kamala stand for.
Okay, so I don't know if you've seen this, but recently, in the last 2-3 weeks, I keep hearing on the news like, oh, inflation's coming down. And they'll talk about how a lot of the big corporations, food providers or whatever, manufacturers really is a better word.
Yeah.
Food manufacturing, are supposedly dropping their prices because people aren't buying as much because they've made food so much more expensive, right?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen that in my pocketbook.
Definitely not.
No. It's just more like, oh, well, we say we have Big Brother, you know?
Yeah. Just because inflation's gone down for like raw materials.
Has it gone down?
You know what I'm talking about though? Like lumber and stuff.
Lumber's a lot better
You
than
know?
it was, for
Yeah.
sure. I've had to buy a lot of lumber this year.
And I'm sure, you know, I don't say paint, but, you know, glues and stuff, whatever, other industrial products have gone down. But it's not like, you know, your everyday product. Grocery stores are still greedy as fuck.
Everybody's greedy as fuck. So, anyways, while we're talking about politics, did Trump even get shot?
I do not believe so.
I'm gonna come.
Well, I mean, you have a story about it apparently, because I kept asking last time.
The link I
let's see a
have to his
bullet.
story.
Let's see a
is
bullet.
JD Vance. Does he fuck couches?
No, that's something different.
So the video we watched in the last episode ended up being fake, where like somebody zoomed in
I'm not
supposedly.
surprised.
Yeah,
it was probably
we
an
were
artifact.
talking about a lot of fake videos from all that, and we still come across one, you know, that we play on the show.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep asking every week. Let's see the video of a bullet hitting Trump's ear.
Well, the next day after all that shit, literally the next day after the assassination attempt, he's out golfing, and there's video. Granted, you know, it's somebody zoomed up a whole lot on like probably a phone, but you can't really see anything. He's not wearing a bandage, and then about 2 days after that, he's at the RNC, and everybody's wearing bandages in their ears like a bunch of fucking sheeple.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb.
Then after the RNC, just was it yesterday or something? It was immediately following. He was out probably golfing, whatever public appearance it was, not wearing a bandage, and his ear, perfect cameras, you know, professional cameras up close to him, videos, taking an interview, and there's nothing on his ear. After Junior said half his ear's blown off.
Stage man.
Immediately following all of that, during the assassination attempt, I was following on Twitter immediately, and some of the reports that originally came out were saying like he didn't get hit by the bullet, but I think the bullet hit one of the teleprompter or something behind him. I don't know, shrapnel of glass from whenever it hit.
Yeah.
and
That's been a rumor
nicked
since
his
day
ear.
one.
And I've had an ear nick before, like up in my cartilage, and that shit bleeds like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
All the blood goes to your head first, shit out of your heart.
Yeah. And do you have a lot of whatever they're called?
What?
The little veins.
Capillaries?
Capillaries? Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a
In your ear?
scientist.
Oh, maybe you should be.
Mr. Scientist.
I don't know. So there's a lot of weird shit going on, and then people even asking if Biden's even really alive. Boebert apparently demanded this on congressional floor.
Well, I think the fake assassination attempt is a little more than just like someone faking an illness. Most likely, he probably had a stroke, and is somewhat
Biden?
yeah like
He was already fucked up when he first started.
yeah. Well, I'm saying
And
something.
he just got COVID, too, supposedly COVID.
Yeah, I mean the COVID just probably might have taken him down a whole fucking lot. He sleeps and eats soup all day. They
Yeah, did you
probably
hear about the...
pumped him up for a quick little interview and.
Well, more than rumors, but people on Trump's staff at the White House were saying that the whole place was like a pharmacy, and that Doctor, what's his name, that did Trump's
The
physical.
Trump one, yeah. Like Ricky
he was
or
like
something.
handing out painkillers and shit.
Yeah, he was
like
known as the
fucking
pill guy or
Skittles.
something, right?
Yeah, they had some nickname, the Pill General or whatever,
Oh, yeah,
Admiral,
yeah.
whatever the hell he is.
Admiral Pill.
But they, I think he actually lost his license to practice medicine or something. Like, so if that's true, I could try to look it up here. But I think that if that happened, then they had evidence that he was pushing pills in the fucking White House.
But that was Trump. I thought. Are you talking about Biden too? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Trump. But I still think that he should just, if he is sick and needs to step down, just step down. It would look so much better for Kamala to already be the president, I feel like. That would be more actual experience, People actually know what she's going to be like. Unless that's like, maybe that would fuck things up. Maybe people would start blaming things on her.
Sean Patrick Conley. That's the guy, the doctor.
Okay, that's not what I was thinking about. This was the guy during Trump's presidency, right?
Yeah. Yep. He was the
But not Biden.
government physician for the president.
So where's Biden getting his pills?
I don't know. Sure, they're good though.
Yeah, and they both have good pills, I'm sure. It's just got a more discreet general.
He's a naval officer, I believe.
Oh, officer pills. It's not as cool. Private pills. Yeah, I'm sure they're all on drugs, man.
Oh, when you're that fucking old, like Trump
Well,
said.
that's the thing.
Trump's always going to accuse everyone of doing the stuff that he's doing. And when they're saying they pump him full of fucking stuff, and obviously Trump's gacked out of his mind.
Yeah, it is nice that now Republicans can't say, "Well, you have the oldest candidate."
Do you think Trump has dentures?
Probably.
There's been a lot
There's
of stuff
so-
where he
there-
talks for a long time, and then like it sounds like his dentures get loose, and he starts
Sloops.
slurring real bad.
I think that's more of just there's some disorder people have diagnosed him with or something. I thought, right? There's a lot of theories that he's also.
Well, he's
on some
basically
drug.
Hitler reincarnate. And Hitler had like what, syphilis, or he had some venereal disease, and then he had. If you watch him in the videos, he was like shaking.
Well, he was
real
on
bad.
meth.
Yeah, he was also on
Speed.
old time meth.
Yeah.
And a cocktail of other shit. And then he had some venereal disease that causes like bad shakes, and then mixed with just him being fucked up all the time.
Yeah. He's a fucked up man, dude.
Hey, do you have any good resources, by the way, for Hitler and the occult? I remember seeing a bunch of cool shit on TV back when I was a kid, but they went like real deep into it.
Oh yeah.
And I learned a lot of crazy stuff, and I've always wanted to read up or like watch something more about it.
You know what I do? I do have a YouTube channel I would recommend. Some of his stuff is out there, but it like also deals with Atlantis and the Aryan race, and he's not like a fan of Nazis, but he talks about Nazi occult shit. And people always have attacked this guy, this like anthropologist. I've actually read one of his like short books. It's weird.
He I've always wanted to learn more about this guy that was like Hitler's mentor. So after World War One, I don't know when this happened to this guy, but they met after World War One. And let me weave two parts of this thread. How these two threads come together. If you didn't know, Hitler was in a trench, World War One. He hears a voice in his head that tells him to get out of the trench, get out. And he's like, what the hell? And he's looking around trying to find like who that's coming from. And he was like, whatever the voice convinced him, like, I'm not there physically. Get out of the trench. And he had just enough time to get out when he got hit with mustard gas. Everyone died. He got out in enough time that he was able to. He was still sick. He had to go spend a lot of time in the infirmary and recover. That's when he wrote Mein Kampf. In the meantime, this guy that was his mentor, he was kind of like what was his fucking name? That Russian guy that they kept trying to kill, and he would never die until they finally shot him and stabbed. Rasputin. He's kind of pseudo Rasputin type guy.
Okay.
This guy's hearing voices in his head that's saying like, you're going to find this person. You're going to teach them how to become a master orator. You're going to introduce them. This guy was like an occult dude too. You're going to introduce him to the occult or whatever people he was connected to. Yeah. Do all these things.
It's time travel.
And then he was led from the voice in his head to Hitler. And then
Hitler had to happen.
So before Hitler even got involved in the politics, he might have had a passing interest or something. This guy taught him how to he might have been running for politics already. And this guy found him and was like, let me teach you how to manipulate people, sway masses.
I've always wondered that. When did Hitler
Then Hitler had the guy killed.
The
so after Hitler rose to power, when they had that night where they...
This is the dark side?
He went and killed all these people. I think it was the same night he had that guy killed too.
Is that like some fucking Power of Two?
I guess.
Dark side, you know?
Yeah, dude, the whole fucking World War II, that was like a lot of fucking crazy ass dark shit.
So yeah, I was saying, I've always wanted to know how Hitler became into this.
Cult was a big part of World War II on the Nazi side. For the people that were running the show for the Nazis, they kill all those fucking Jews and a lot of other people in giant ovens. Like, you think they were doing some crazy fucking magic fucking shit?
Of course.
In their occult religion?
Yeah, they need sacrifices, man.
Exactly.
You know? So many souls at once or whatever. So look up this YouTube channel.
Right now?
Yeah, and save it for later or something. Robert Sepper. It's like CEPHR, I think.
SEPEHR.
No, that's the YouTube channel, I think. Yeah. He's fucking weird. But
the Trump bloodline. Antarctica disclosure. Out of Africa. Theory debunked. Cult of the Eclipse.
I feel like I haven't... Those must be old ones or something. I haven't watched it in a while, and I feel like he hasn't even maybe put out anything in a while. But,
Let's see his specific videos. How Christ Became King. Prophecy of the Chosen. Cult of the Eclipse. Lucid Dreaming in Astral Realms. Flame of the Light Bearers. Sacred Geometry and Divine Alchemy.
Yeah.
Esoteric Secrets of Atlantis.
Yeah. See, some of those ones are the good ones. The Atlantis stuff. But... it's fucking weird. And I read one of his books too that I found free online. So, what brought us down that path of Hitler?
Politics.
Oh yeah, I suppose that's true.
All right, how about some brevity?
Definitely.
My tweet of the week. Florida man, 37, arrested for kidnapping 27 people and forcing them to play Yahtzee for 36 straight hours. Wait till you see the picture of this guy.
Well, I saw it. It was red. Oh my god.
It's like an evil Jared.
Yeah. Well, he's got a soul patch, white eyebrows and eyelashes.
And like crazy orange red hair.
Yeah, so he's a redhead.
Not crazy. It's just
albino?
like a mop top looking thing.
Is he an albino that got sunburned?
He's just a redhead.
Yeah, but
it's like, well, you've seen Jared, but he's a lot of sun. His facial hair gets bleached.
But his face doesn't get red like that.
Oh yeah, he does. If you don't put sun protection on, why do you think he's covered in freckles?
Well, yeah, but he always puts sun protection on. I'm saying, I've never seen.
But he didn't when he was younger.
Never seen red like that. Oh, by
But
the way,
that guy, yeah.
I
Can you
got.
imagine getting kidnapped and forced to fucking play Yahtzee for 30? Why?
I mean, I like Yahtzee. Yahtzee's a fun game, but once it goes past an hour,
CBS
you're like,
News reported
yeah,
this.
that's it. That's a Yahtzee, right? Yeah, close enough. Speaking of Jared, though, I got a nice thank you card from Amy.
Okay, I think I have one too, and I haven't opened it because it's addressed to Carly and I, so I've been waiting for her to get home today.
Yeah,
Was it a blue envelope? Silver marker?
I
or
think it
some
was
shit?
black.
It's like a really dark blue.
Yeah, and there is some cool stamps. White writing.
There was 2 stamps on the outside I've seen. I was like, double stamper.
Yeah, man, you gotta double pay the postage out there. I think. Yeah, I have to wait for Carly.
Well, I mean, it's addressed to both of us, so
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
I assumed it was from Amy though. I could just tell.
Yeah, I had a feeling. I was like, I'm the only one that gets mail, even though I don't know how she got my address.
All right, so after some
Or no, wait,
brevity,
I gave it to her.
did you hear about the shark that bit the leg off a surfer? Shark bait surfer?
No, I mean, I have not. Is there a video of it, or it just happened? First of all, I need to know where and probably what type of shark.
I think it's Australia, but this guy I know for sure is Australian. So
Gotta be-
Australian surfer's leg washes up on beach after shark attack. Could be reattached. So I read this story another, right after it happened. The dude got, out surfing, gets attacked by a shark, rips his leg off. He said he, punched it or something and it let go. And
Kick it. You gotta probably kick it in the eye
yeah. And then he had enough wits about him
to hop
to
on the board.
I think he was on the board the whole time.
Well, I bet it was still
And-
attached to him.
Yeah, I'm sure his legs were out on the
Or-
side. He's
oh,
kicking,
I
going out
see.
to surf.
Yeah.
And the shark got him and he was on his stomach.
Fuck.
And then, so he had enough wits about him, though, to catch a fucking wave and, ride it back to shore. A police ran up to him. It was a canine unit guy, took the leash off the dog and used it as a tourniquet. They got him out at the hospital, and they said he was like I said, he has wits about him and stuff, but then he had lost enough blood. We sort of going lightheaded and going in and out of consciousness. But hours later, his leg washed up on shore, and people collected it and they ran to the hospital.
Well, yeah, you find a leg, and you're like, oh shit, that's the guy's leg.
Yeah.
What if he had some socks or shoes on, or if it was
So I haven't
barefoot?
heard if he got he was probably in a wetsuit or something.
Oh, sure, yeah. If he's a surfer, well, some surfers are.
Maybe even just swim trunks.
Yeah, well, that wouldn't be on the leg. That would have probably stayed on. Unless his dick got bit off too.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, did it take out part of the board too?
Yeah, here's a picture of the board.
Damn, man, that was a fucking big
Tail
ass
end. So he
shark.
just basically boogie boarded it back on a fucking wave.
Damn. Oh, so I bet his foot was still hanging off. His other foot. Damn, that's nuts. There's a really cool video of this shark attacking a fucking kayak. I mean, it's fucking insane video. The shark looks like it's ways away, and then all of a sudden it's just right there, on his lap almost.
All right, so here's a story just from 45 minutes ago about this guy. I'm just trying to see if there's any updates if his leg was saved or not. I don't think it says it does, though. They talk about how quickly you need to try to reattach it.
Yeah, and I think just the leg being, maybe if the leg had been on a lake, maybe not even, just all the blood that goes out of it. But the salt water is just really bad for an open wound, Think of how much that stings.
Yeah, that's got I don't want to think about it.
I mean, I wonder if that's the salt water kind of even helped.
Yeah, they said his leg was straight up torn off. He obviously didn't need it, so just clamped on and ripped it right off.
Yeah, but I'm saying the salt water probably helped to keep
10-foot
clean.
shark.
Jesus.
It may not be identified.
See, that's why the ocean terrifies me.
That or they're just not naming the type of shark it is.
Well, there's probably only.
Probably like a bull shark or a reef shark.
I mean, it's Australia though, so it's probably different types of sharks.
A reef shark.
It's a different ocean. Yeah, the Great Pacific Reef. Multiple
Grapes of Reef? Is that what you said?
No, the Great Reef.
Oh, Great Barrier?
Yeah. I don't know what I said. I might have said.
You probably said the Great Reef.
I think I said the
I thought
Great
you said
Marrier.
Grape of Reef or something.
Great Marrier. That's what I might have said. Either way. And he's still alive though, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
But
he'll survive.
he's lost it.
I haven't seen anything about the managed to reattach his leg, but that was like 2 days ago. So I'm guessing like if there's no stories about his leg being successfully reattached, either it's like on there and they're barely keeping it alive, or they didn't work.
Well, just depends on when. I mean, I'm sure they like tried to sew it up right away. You know, they're not expecting to find a leg.
The leg's floating in the ocean for however long, you know, like.
Well, I'm sure they rushed.
The sooner you get that on ice,
yeah,
the better. And after a couple hours, boy, that seems like it's borderline too long.
Yeah,
It's in Australia too. I'm sure it's hot as fuck down there right now. Warm waters. I don't know.
All the bacteria
Pacific's
that went
usually
into
pretty
that
cold
leg.
though. So
No, I don't. There's no way.
I don't know about
Think about
Australian
just
waters,
how much
though.
would soak into that. Like, even like little fish would have fucking swam into that thing.
I mean, it's in shallow area.
Yeah, that's
but-
what little fish are, and worms and leeches and stuff.
They can take. It's not going to be eaten enough to be fucking non-viable tissue.
Yeah,
It's just been out too long.
Sure. Yeah,
that certainly doesn't
that's,
help.
That's what I'm saying. It's been out too long. Even the microorganisms, you know, krill and plankton.
Yeah.
That's what they do. They sense dead things.
They smell it. Yeah.
Crabs
exactly.
could have picked at it a little bit. It probably sank, right? And then got pushed by the tide.
How many
along.
toes do you think is on that leg still?
Oh. Well, you know what's surprising is why didn't the shark eat it?
They don't like human blood.
Then why did he eat it? Or did he bite
Because
it?
they look like seals from below.
Sure. He just made a mistake at the end. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah,
Spit it out.
Sharks don't really eat people. All the bites that happen or attacks, so, you know, like they don't eat them.
But they
just tear them apart or have a really bad bite, and that's
sometimes
it.
they do develop the taste for blood. Bears can do that.
I don't think that really happens with sharks.
Oh yeah, it does.
Oh,
have you seen Jaws?
Yeah, exactly what I thought you were gonna say.
I mean, Jaws is based off of, you know, a book.
Fiction can be fun.
Yeah. But I still would say that's happened before in the past. Either way, I find sharks way more terrifying than a whale
Well, speaking of whales,
or dolphins.
humpback whale humps back. So there was a
It's called the humpback.
huge whale, I think it's a humpback, that breached the water and then like just lands on a boat, and this couple, as the boat's tipping over, has to like jump off the side. Thrown overboard by a whale while boating off the coast of New Hampshire just this past Tuesday, a couple days ago. Here's video of the incident. They got belly flop into the water.
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to do it again. I was going down. Oh. No, see, I don't do that.
There they
That's
go.
the last thing.
Yep.
Did it just come out of nowhere?
And I've seen a little bit of a longer version.
They must
the guy
have
that films it,
known.
he's like, fuck, and he gets out of there.
Yeah, they must have known it was coming because.
Oh, there's a lot of boats in there. So when I was in Boston and I went whale seeing, it was tons of like people even in like not much like a pontoon boat or not even they have little engines on them.
Sure.
Just tiny little dinghies with the engines on them.
Yeah.
And on the boat tour I took out there, we're on a big fucking vessel, and that still took us an hour and a half to go out to where we needed to be. And then from there, we ran into stuff. We went a half hour further in, half hour back slowly.
Yeah.
So that was like, we saw tons of whales, and then scooted on back in an hour and a half from there again.
But like that first hour and a half, there's a lot of boats.
Oh, it's just us going out to this area, and when we got out there, boats everywhere. Big boats like the one I was on,
Yeah.
all the way down
Big
to like
boats,
a
little
boat that doesn't
boats.
have room for more than 2 people.
Yeah, for sure. That reminds me of wavy boats. What John would talk about
There
if
was
he was
like
here.
seeing fucking whales breach, and some of them are like landing not that far from those boats. A lot of the closest whales to like those little tiny boats, so like they would get up and just like they wouldn't breach. They would just jump up and do a blowhole thing, maybe hang out the surface for a second and go down.
So I say that the whales did this on purpose. Then they're like fucking too many boats. You know, get the fuck
get
out
out of my
here.
way.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. I'm tired of this boat being here. There's a boat over here. I'm just gonna hit this one. You know, because you think about like the trajectory of whales. Like
They can see. They know it's there.
They know it's there, but they also like
They're here.
But they gotta like. You know, they're not agile, is what I was trying to say. It could be an accident where they're just like, oh, I'm going up. Oh, shit. I can't avoid that, you know? I don't know. Sure.
Yeah, no, I could.
I'm always on the animal
Whales
side.
are very intelligent creatures.
Yeah,
obviously.
and I'm always on the animal side because if you're saying there's probably too many boats around, I mean, another boat's filming it. People probably chasing it or something. Maybe it wasn't even that guy on the boat, but someone else, you know, was bothered him earlier that day.
Yeah.
I don't blame the whales. I don't blame the orcas for attacking the yachts either.
They're kind of like the early weeks of the Somali pirates. I was kind of like, hell yeah. And then they made the movie, and everybody was like,
Pirates movie?
Oh, they had was Tom Hanks?
Oh.
Look at me. Look at me.
Yeah, I'm the captain now.
Yeah,
That's not
I've
what
never
it's
seen the
called,
movie, though.
Oh, it's a pretty good movie. Captain Phillips?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Maybe that's the plain one. Either way.
Sounds like basically an Apollo 13
no,
type
that's not
movie.
the same thing. This is more like animals fighting back. I'm trying to think of like a animated movie where animals fight back, you know.
That would be oh goodness, what the fuck's it called? Congo.
The silver
Anaconda.
Yeah. Oh, Anaconda's a good one. Well,
Arachnid.
yeah. Well, they all could die.
Did you ever see that with Jeff Daniels?
I love Arachnophobia, is what it's called.
Does that got Jennifer Aniston in it? No, she's in that Leprechaun movie.
No, there is some other like really young actress in it. I feel like though, because when I watched it, I was like, oh shit, and John Goodman's in it.
Arachnophobia.
Yeah.
He dies, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's the exterminator.
I remember when Jeff Daniels at one point doesn't like a giant spider come out of the ceiling of like a barn or something he's in.
Yeah.
He like dives and shoots a gun at it and blows it up.
Yeah, I think that's the
Probably has some line.
No, it's a
gotcha sucker.
It's a nail gun. He shoots a
Nail gun.
nail gun at it, takes it out, and I think it's flaming. It's on fire and it shoots at it because that scene haunts me. A flaming fucking spider coming at you, like, yeah. I love that movie. Never was scared of spiders though, just because I knew it was fake.
All right, so
Wait, no, I was gonna say something about the humpbacks and orcas, or another animated movie. I was thinking of one.
well, tell me. And then, you talking about the latest Miyazaki movie? I think it's streaming now on Max. I want to say
What?
Boy and the Blue Heron or something like that.
No, I don't know what that is. Is that an
Hayao Miyazaki, like Spirited Away.
Oh, okay. I have never seen it. I don't know.
What? You never watched that with Dan and I? We all
No,
live together?
I know. You guys always talk about how good of a.
You never watched any of those. I have all of
I
this
don't
shit
think so.
outside of the latest one.
No, I never watched it.
Hayao Miyazaki. It's all on Max.
Well, you didn't have it on
Studio Ghibli. That's what you look for, Max. They have it. If you go to anime section, they'll have Hayao Miyazaki.
But don't I have to start with the original?
What do you mean?
Spirited Away.
He's had a ton of movies. They're not related. They're all independent
So which
releases.
is the best?
Spirited Away and Princess Mononoke.
Yeah, I've
Those
heard you
are
guys say
hands
both
down
those
his
too.
masterpieces.
I feel like you guys have probably told me that like 12 times. On
He's
this
got a lot of
podcast.
other good ones too, but those were hands down the best ones.
All right.
Great storylines, great animation.
The animals fight back.
So one Princess Mononoke, this girl goes into the spirit world, and so the spirits fight back. She rescues one, poisoned river. It's clogged with pollution. And she works at a spa for the spirits. It's a magical spa. And she's just like a foot soldier, not a soldier, but like, you know, a maid, basically. She goes in, fills the baths for them, and like does what they want her to do, whatever. And she's doing all this to have a chance to get her parents out of being turned into pigs. It's the whole setup, and they fall into the spirit world. Her parents get transformed into pigs, and she's trying to rescue them.
Kind of like.
There's a
Willow?
dragon.
Okay.
There's a lot of metaphorical shit. There's a character named Sin. He's always giving out gold, promises of gold, hands out a lot of gold, but it's all fake gold. I think it all disappears eventually. To get what it wants. Somebody doesn't get what it wants, turns into a monster and starts eating people. She loses her name under a spell, signs her name, and the lady takes the name off the contract and says, I own your name. This is your new name.
Well, don't be spoiling this movie for me now.
Well, it's just the...
It's a movie, right? Movie.
Premise. Yeah. Falls the spirit world, got to rescue her parents and get her way back out. She's trapped.
Okay.
Beautiful movie. Princess Mononoke is about a guy that has his village attacked by a wild, massive boar. It's a god, actually, the boar god. And it's infected. That's why it attacks his village. And then he gets the infection on him while saving his village. So he gets expelled from the village. And then he has to go figure out what happened, what made the boar god do this. And you end up finding basically modern and probably pseudo-Western influences coming in with guns and wanting to mine or whatever, rape resources from Mother Nature. And how that butts heads against Mother Nature and what happens. And he gets caught in the middle of it.
All right.
Really cool movie. That one has a lot more fights. There's not a lot of fights with the other one really at all. But it's just a really good movie. That was...
All right. Well, it's on my list. I will watch it because I know you guys have told me to watch it before.
It's on Max. Look it up.
Yeah, I will.
All right. So, anyways, the Olympics in
Wait,
Paris this year. It's winter, I believe.
Is that start this Saturday or something? Maybe it's next week too.
No,
Might be the
this
end.
is already started. This is Winter Olympics, right?
No, the Summer Olympics.
It is summer. Okay,
summer-
that's right. They have track and field.
The Summer Olympics are on next week, at least. It's the end of the month. I know that.
All right. Well,
And
fill us in on how you can watch it or like what events you're looking forward to.
I have no clue where to watch it at. I'm assuming it's on NBC. I know it's in France, and I know most Summer Olympics are pretty boring. Like track and field is just people running in circles or throwing balls, but I'm trying to think of a summer game that I like or summer Olympic sport that I enjoy watching. Is weightlifting?
Wrestling?
Yeah, I don't really. Olympic wrestling has different rules. And
That's not
they
wrestling.
usually don't televise those as much, you know?
This is wrestling.
Like, I don't find gymnastics entertaining that much.
You don't like gymnastics? I like a lot of it.
A little bit. I do like
This
watching.
triathlon?
I do like watching Simone.
I like how they televise it because they go to the exciting parts, except for like the big events.
Yeah.
Track and field, basketball,
Yeah, they try
probably
to-
volleyball.
They try to give you races after races and interviews with people and set up storylines.
They
and
have
stuff.
boxing for the Summer
I
Olympics?
have no clue. Probably. What was it? Was it John Oliver's talking about those other things like the World Games or something?
World Games?
Yeah. Did you see that
No.
on Max?
We got,
Not the World Games. The newest John
Yes.
Oliver though. He came back.
No,
He's back.
Okay. Look it up.
Yeah.
I will look it up. Well, watch. Latest episode.
But they're just like different games, you know, like non-Olympic games or whatever. Things that are less boring or I don't know, some kind of exciting too though, because they're different and fun, you know. Blend of sports sometimes.
They're always dropping and adding games. Baseball's been in and
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
Golf,
there's-
I think, has been the same
Well, like
way.
didn't skateboarding
So, like-
become one?
Trampolining, isn't that a summer game now?
Well, I would assume that's like a gymnastics.
Yeah, basically pseudo.
Well,
Kind of gymnastics.
Well, what are they doing on a trampoline? Are they doing like a?
Nothing that I can't be more entertained by on YouTube.
Well, if they're just jumping up and swirling, sure, I'd watch it. I guess that's fine.
That's the shit you did as a kid growing up.
But it's just another gymnastics.
Watch YouTube trampoline videos. Those are more entertaining.
Okay, how many times you play on a fucking uneven bars?
Me? I was never that athletic.
How many times you play on a rope? Or
Those
not-
are crazy
not even the rope.
performances of athletes at
what's it
peak
called? The
performance.
beam. What's the beam called?
It's the horse or whatever.
No, the
So-
really long one where they like.
Yeah.
flip.
I think it's called something horse. Got balance beam.
Yeah, that could be it. But yeah, I don't know. Some of those are entertaining, but like I never did that as a kid. I did a trampoline.
You never tried to balance and like.
Well, yeah, but I didn't do flips on it.
Yeah, because you never got good enough at it.
Well, no,
You're an
yeah,
extremely unbalanced
but I
individual,
did
though.
flips
I will
on,
give you that.
I did flips on a trampoline.
I could never master this flip on the trampoline.
What?
I always jump too far forward and would like just fly off the trampoline every time.
Yeah. Yeah, you just gotta be going up and just tuck.
Yeah, I just was retarded. I've never been good at shit
I
like
could
that.
never do backwards. I would get freaked the fuck out going backwards, no matter where I would be on the trampoline. I'm like, I'm hitting my head. No, I can't do that. I didn't even grow up with a trampoline. I just like would be super excited to be like, oh, a trampoline.
So the athletes this year, they're dealing with cardboard beds to discourage
Yeah,
sex.
This was a problem in China too, which makes no sense. Let's let these athletes fuck. You know, there's some of these like think of the kids that could be produced.
I remember
you know?
when I was in high school, teachers talking about like a health class as an example, or whatever topic would come up. But I remember specifically had a conversation in class one time, not a conversation, but it was brought up by the teacher that it's like one of the number one places to get condoms is at the Olympics because all these fucking athletes are having sex together. And there was something with like Trojan or like records would be set for condom sales because eventually people hosting the Olympics would just like put them out everywhere.
Yeah.
But then like, you got these countries now, they're like, no, you get no condoms. We're going to make your beds uncomfortable, you know?
But I mean, is that really like how many athletes are really doing that? They're all so.
What do you mean doing that? Having sex?
Yeah, they're all so focused on their own things. Don't you think that's more likely the fans?
No,
the
dude.
The tourists that are going there.
Dude, sometimes you got to have that release, you know? That's like focus yourself.
Well, that is a good point. Well, and they're there for like months. Maybe not months, but they go there early, you know? So they get acclimated to the weather and shit, especially like, the super powerful athletes. They got to be acclimated to the.
Oh, they get there
you know?
plenty of time beforehand.
That's what I'm saying. So they've been there for months. Yeah, of course they need.
I don't
to
know,
fuck.
been there for months, probably like a week or two, enough to get your.
I would say a month. You'd be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised if the ones that can afford it get out there that early.
Yeah, that's a good point. You got
So who's paying for sponsors?
You travel with the team. You know, your
Yeah.
star athletes probably.
Yeah,
So, but either way, I think also just the fans are there. The fans are there watching and drinking, and they're gonna fuck. That's
people
probably,
are gonna fuck.
That's where it's really at because the fans don't give a fuck. They want to fuck. You know, exotic.
They're not fucking fans. They're fucking each other. They want more peak athletes.
That's what I'm saying. But there's so many fans from all over the world, everywhere there.
What do you think? You have a chance?
That's like a Poland person could have some African.
Okay, if you went to the Olympics and an athlete approached you, what would you do?
An athlete,
Yeah, for sex.
female gymnast. I'd play the cards. You know, just see where it takes me. I'm not gonna pressure or anything, but well, this is not right now in my life, I guess, but hypothetically, single lane would mingle with a gymnast Olympian, you know?
So I'm going to assume, though, that this is assuming you didn't have a girlfriend. Or anything,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure that
that's
this
what
is
I just said.
in the public now.
Yeah, that's what I just
All
said.
right. Just making sure.
Yeah. I mean, I would make friends with an Olympic athlete if I met one, you know?
What if you were single at the Olympics, female basketball team, and like some 6'8" chick that's banging hot was like,
Just because
hey, what's up?
just because she's tall doesn't means I shouldn't.
No, I'm asking, what would you do?
Yeah, I talk to her.
You take a shot.
Her go. Yeah,
Shoot
for
your
sure,
shot.
for sure.
Okay.
I've
Just
dated
double
I've
check.
dated tall girls before.
There's like one girl that was supposed to be in the Olympics. She tore her ACL like a month ago.
Didn't
Cameron
go?
Brinks. I'll show you a picture.
For basketball.
Yeah. She's a rookie this year.
So weren't we watching that actually surprisingly? NBA or WNBA versus the Olympics women's team, and didn't the WNBA win?
This girl's like 6'8" or something.
Damn.
6'9" maybe.
Wait, I got a button for that.
Hail Satan!
Hail Satan!
Hail Satan! That's your button? You look like you did on accident.
I definitely did. So
how do you feel about this fucking like the cardboard beds and like not
yeah,
providing
yeah.
condoms and like
Yeah,
making
no.
them more uncomfortable?
Yeah, I think it's a cheap move by the by France to, I mean, because everyone like builds new stadiums and apartments and stuff for athletes most of the
Olympic
time.
Village.
Yeah, is that what it's called?
Yes.
Sure, and they live there for the month, we'll just say, and they have to have all the accommodations and practice.
The
times and
accoutrement.
shit. Yeah, so fucking hosting the Olympics is a fucking challenge, and honestly, I think it's kind of a corrupt.
That's why they get that shit
organization.
figured out 10 years in advance.
Just like FIFA, kind of does that shit with the World Cup. They like can bankrupt a country. Like, didn't Brazil get fucked over from having the Olympics?
a lot of places find it hard to build adequate infrastructure.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to say necessarily infrastructure, but probably infrastructure. But even like proper walls and shit like that, you know, you have 10 years to figure out how to fucking pay for it, build it. I mean, and it's a temporary thing. It's
not supposed
there
to
for
last.
a fucking month.
Yeah.
I'm sure every country pitches in, I would assume.
Yeah, I would say there's a fee. Are they the Olympics or donations or something? I don't know.
No, it's not donations.
Well-
There's too much money involved.
Well, no, but there got to be like some sort of foundation for the Olympics where people can donate to it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure they take donations. Sure.
Yeah,
But
you know.
yeah, give us money.
Well, I'm just saying they got to pay for it somehow.
When
the
are we
country
getting
pays
our
for it.
donations?
So
I want donations for the show.
So LA has.
How can they donate to us, Lane? Let us know.
You can
It's
email
trash
us.
talk
Email us at
at
trashtalkomaha
omaha.venmo.com.
at gmail.com. And Trash Talk Omaha does not have a Venmo set up, but if we need to, we definitely can. So email us at trashtalkomaha@gmail.com, and we'll let you know. How to donate to us. But LA is hosting the Olympics in 4 years.
4 years. So
Yeah.
Summer Olympics.
Yeah.
They've hosted the Olympics a
assume
number
so.
of times.
Why would they have? No, LA, I don't think LA's ever had it.
Oh, LA's had the Olympics multiple times.
Well, I remember as a kid, it was in Atlanta, right?
Well, 96 Olympics.
Yeah.
We've had others since then here.
No, we
Denver,
haven't.
I think, since then.
That's got to be winter. That almost
yeah,
had,
Winter Olympics.
Okay, but Summer Olympics is better. I don't watch the Olympics. Winter Olympics suck. I might watch some weightlifting. I don't mind some powerlifting in the Olympics, you know. Where it's
LA has
huge
been
fucking-
3 times already a host of the Olympics.
Man, actually, I might have known that. But,
1932, 1984.
Oh, wow. I didn't know this was that recent. Oh, yeah. So it was every 50 years?
Have you previously hosted the Summer Olympics in 1932 and 1984? Los
Well,
Angeles
then
becomes
that's
the
40
third
years.
3-time host city after London, 1908, 48, and 2012, and Paris, 1924 and 1924 and 2024, and the first non-European
was-
city to do so.
That was a
So
lot
this
of
is the
numbers.
first non-European city ever to host the Olympics 3 times. It doesn't specify. Oh, it is.
Well-
It does. Summer Olympics.
Well, yeah, because
specifically.
the Olympics go back to like BC.
There's the modern Olympics, which was started in I think in the 1800s.
Okay, I did not know that. Maybe I did and have forgotten. But it was, of course, it was like a European thing at first, you know.
Who's your favorite Olympic athlete of all time?
That's a good one.
No answer?
I don't think so. I know there was an Olympic wrestler that.
The one that beat the bear, the Russian, the bear.
No, that's not the one I was thinking of, and it might not have even been the Olympics, but I could have sworn it was. He was from like Nebraska. Type in Nebraska wrestler Olympian, whatever. Olympics. Swear to God, it might be a little bit.
Jordan Burroughs.
Burroughs?
Jordan Ernest Burroughs, American freestyle wrestler and former folk style wrestler who currently competes at 74 kilograms.
This is modern?
Yeah.
No, it's
I
definitely
looked
not
up
it.
Nebraska specifically. In folk
Maybe-
style, Burroughs was a two-time NCAA Division I national champion for the Nebraska Cornhuskers and was awarded the Dan Hodge Trophy in 2011.
That's definitely not what I was thinking of. It might have
He's
just been-
from New Jersey originally.
Yeah, okay. This might have been like a
But he
national
wrestled for Nebraska.
national thing, so it wasn't Olympic. I don't know if I have an Olympic. Like, Michael Phelps is pretty dope, but
Michael Phelps also hit, which I believe was 109 feet, the longest televised putt in a celebrity tournament.
that's great.
In general, just the longest putt ever televised.
I can see that. He's an athlete, you know. He's fucking brick house. What's Sean White?
Skateboarder and snowboarder.
Yeah, I know him as a
He did the
snowboarder.
skateboarding, and these snowboarding was his specialty.
Did Tony Hawk compete in the Olympics? Probably not.
I'm not sure.
I don't think skateboarding was like really an Olympic thing back then.
Let's see.
Let's start just do Olympic skateboarding year. I think it's really recent. And besides that, I'm thinking like Christy Yamaguchi. Can't really think of that many other. Like I did
He
say,
never participated in the Olympic Games.
yeah. Current because it's the only one I know. Simone.
Biles.
Yeah,
I like
I-
Jim
I-
Thorpe. Remember him?
that name sounds so familiar. Is he a football player?
First Native American to win an Olympic gold medal for the U.S. Jim Thorpe won the pentathlon and decathlon at the Stockholm 1912 Olympic Games.
Nice.
He later played pro basketball and football.
Hell yeah. Sure, he was all around just fucking.
When he was at the
built
Olympics,
athlete.
so Hitler was there, and Jim Thorpe I think was before.
You said that
Hitler.
it was in 12.
Say what?
So it was 1912, I thought.
Yeah, 1912.
Yeah, so that's World War One.
Yeah. There was a black athlete for America during
Was that-
Nazism, and
Jackie Robinson?
no,
No, I've definitely heard that story. He went to the German Olympics, right? And they made a big stink about it. We're gonna let him do it or something. But I wonder if Russia's competing this year. Or if
yeah, they will.
they're like athletes from Russian asterisk or something though. I don't. That's the thing. I don't think they can actually like.
Jesse Owens,
Yeah. that
American
is-
track and field athlete, got 4 gold medals at the 36 Summer Olympics in Germany, making him a notable African American athlete at the event. But that was like right at the height of Hitler before all the war broke out, saying,
The war was in the 40s.
saying he was arguing white supremacy and all this shit.
That was before he had taken over. You know, it was like he was coming to power, and people weren't exactly sure.
Well, I think
how
World War
crazy
II
this-
started in 1938, I believe.
I was either 38 or 39, and we didn't get involved till 41, I believe.
1939 it started. Yeah, I think U.S. got involved in 42.
Okay, but is that you're the only Olympic athlete you like?
No, is that the only one? Jim Thorpe? This is my favorite.
Favorite?
He had there's a famous
What
story
about-
where he was competing in the event and like somebody stole his shoes or one of them, and he like found some shoes in the trash, put them on, and won gold.
Wow. Is there a movie about this guy? Why is there not a movie about him?
Jim Thorpe?
Yeah.
There's a lot of documentaries you can watch.
Well, but
there
why-
might be a movie. I
Why
don't
didn't
know.
Hollywood fucking make a movie about it? It's like perfect for them, you know?
Is there a Jim Thorpe movie? There's a IMDb, Jim Thorpe, All American, 1951.
So they need a modern movie. That's what I was trying to say, though.
Yeah, this is director Michael Curtiz, the Z, and Burt Lancaster, Charles Bickford, and Steve Cochran.
Yeah, I don't.
Actors. I don't know. It was made in 1951.
Yeah, we're not gonna know. So, are you going to watch the Olympics, modern Olympics?
Yeah, I mean, I work from home. I'll probably have a monitor, maybe.
Yeah,
I listen to podcasts.
I'm not
or
gonna
watch
like
shit.
I'm
all
not
the
gonna
time.
like turn it on like when I'm watching TV. I'll feel like I'll see highlights. You know, it's online.
I think while I work, I'll probably have it on. I don't know how big Carly is into it. I haven't been with her since an Olympics has happened. I don't think.
Yeah, it's every 4 years.
Summer's more fun, I would say, than winter. But there's a lot of fun winter shit too. All the snowboard games and shit.
Jump.
You know,
I
doing,
like
like,
watching
the tube,
ski
the
jumps.
pipe.
Yeah, that kind of stuff's way better. So we'll see. What else are we talking about?
We ain't gonna talk about shit. All right. So we're coming up on the 200th episode. Are we going to make that a D&D episode or do a football highlight?
Football highlight?
Or, upcoming football stuff.
Oh.
Huskers,
Well, I think it's
NCAA,
I feel like
NFL,
it's
Chiefs.
I feel like we should just try to play D&D and invite some people over and talk about other things while you play D&D, right? Where things can come up, or is D&D like involved?
Wait. You can't just say D&D. So I did get for my birthday
D&D.
a Lego set of a modular system D&D Lego build. It's got a big ass, huge red dragon that comes with it. And like I said, it's modular. So you can deconstruct it and play in each little room and nook and cranny. So for the D&D fans, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You actually have a 3D dimensional board you can play on, basically, with a lot of the classic monsters. Owlbear.
I feel like that is a thing, though, that like has to be you, John, Max, and Dan and I.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be a.
I bet I can get Max on. I've talked to him about it before. He's my traditional dungeon master and a lot of the.
Well, I guess we need to decide if you want to do a D&D party or invite a lot of people over party.
I think it's going to depend
200
on
episode.
how late we have to do it. So the next episode,
you know what? Let's do this. Let's
I blocked the 15th off. I think it was the next available date. That's the 200th, the closest the quickest it'll come up.
Okay, but let's find out if we can get Max to D&D that night. You know what I'm saying? Or to DM. That's what you wanted, right?
Yeah.
And
then DM.
And then we could just do.
I could try
that.
DM if I need to.
Yeah,
I've done it before.
Well, I'm saying though, because that's so far in advance, though, we could have time. Maybe he'd be totally down. So, and if not, you can do it. But I'm thinking, let's do that for the 200. Keep it a little more simple instead of trying to invite a lot of people. Let's just
if
keep
we
it to a
do
D&D.
the D&D, I would say it'd be more fun to use this room that we're in now.
No, that's fine.
Versus the basement.
That's what I'm saying. We'll keep it to. Would you want? Can you have 4 players?
You have as many players as you need.
What do you think? 4 is a good amount. I feel like Dan's gonna want to be
4 players and then a 5th being the DM.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we play with. When the team I play with.
How long do you think it'll take?
I don't know. Probably a couple hours.
Okay.
I would assume it's about a 2-hour game. But, and the script for it is all up to how the players play it, too. So,
Sure.
we can make it fast. And with an experienced DM, I'm sure they can make that happen more easily. So the game's still fluid.
No, I agree. All right. Well, like I said, we got time. Let's reach out to everyone and try to set that up. Because that seems, I don't know, something different. We'll try some things out. Set up a webcam and record some things.
If we do it in here,
we won't go live.
You got to think about all the equipment you got on the table right now. We need to have space be rolling and playing.
Yeah, we'll talk to John about some mic stands. And like I said, I might even
I won't need my computer in front of me.
Well, yeah, I might even get like
it's actually handy to have.
A different microphone to just kind of like capture room, or just set up a couple microphones in the room somehow. So,
D&D episode, 200th episode.
Yeah, something to look forward to.
August 15th, the recording date, and when's the release?
The Sunday after that, usually. Or no, Sunday or Monday. Tuesday sometimes. I don't know. Sometimes I get lazy too and get a couple episodes behind.
It happens.
Yeah, sometimes. What else? What else? Is that it? I thought there was something else we were going to talk about.
We have news of the weird. Hang on. I got a lot of tabs open here. Let me clean up my dock.
I thought I put some, or no, I was just going to and I didn't.
Here we go. All right, I'm just going to read this paragraph. The Force is definitely with these folks in Mexico City. Students of the Jedi Knight Academy who meet in a park 4 nights a week to practice their lightsaber dueling skills. The Associated Press reported on June 21st. When students arrive, some of them drop the saber, said instructor Ulises Vasquez, who's known as the Jedi Master. He said they can go on to become excellent athletes and excellent lightsaber fighters and fencers. The sessions, which last 3 hours, are based on Jedi and Sith techniques. Vasquez and his friend, Gabriel Mendoza, opened the academy in 2019, at which point lightsaber dueling had already been recognized by the French Fencing Federation as an official competitive sport.
Yeah, I knew this. They had just fencing. It was like a fencing.
No, they
club.
have lightsaber fights.
Yeah, no, but it was originally fencing, you know, and then this club was like dying, and they let someone use a lightsaber, and then like all of a sudden they're like, oh, now everyone has a lightsaber, you know, like, well, I guess we're teaching lightsaber battle now.
How much?
But there is 7 like different distinct types, I think, of Jedi battle. Or
Jedi battle?
Lightsaber technique.
There's not just Jedis.
No,
Force.
but that's what I'm saying. There are Jedi and Sith, but including
7
the Sith,
techniques,
including the
in
Sith
lightsaber
and
fighting.
Jedi, they use the 7 techniques. I can't remember. It's like Anakin uses 2 and Obi-Wan's 4, but Sidious is 7 or something fucking ridiculous.
Why is 7 ridiculous?
Because it's like he uses the dark side somehow too. And there's like special one that Mace Windu actually Mace Windu might use 7 because he's using good and bad. He's feeding off of his emotions some fucking weird way. I don't know. I've gone down a rabbit hole in it, but John would probably know.
Good
more,
and
too.
bad.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense because there's also different types of fencing style. You know, there's different techniques and shit
Oh
they
yeah,
teach.
yeah.
So
No, for sure.
honestly, if they had a lightsaber class, would you go?
If I had a real lightsaber,
Not,
that'd be pretty dangerous.
not real, but like some of the fighting ones they have that are
That's
solid.
called Larping, Lane, and I've never attended Larping.
Would you with a lightsaber?
I have
though?
fucked around with some fake swords though.
Would you with
Who
a lightsaber?
hasn't?
But would you want to with a lightsaber?
A real lightsaber?
No.
If I wanted to
I'm
wield
trying to
a real
ask you-
lightsaber, I would definitely have to do the practice swords, and I would learn lightsaber
Well,
techniques
they're
with
not
said.
real. They're not real.
Yeah, they are real.
Some
There
guy,
are techniques
some
that people
guy,
have planned
some
out.
guy did make,
But lightsabers aren't real currently.
no, some guy made one on YouTube. There's a real lightsaber.
A plasma?
Yeah,
Does it actually like stop against another plasma?
I don't think that. I don't think he tried
Exactly. So the technique is not valid. It changes the whole fucking game.
I don't remember what it was. I watched it once, and it was like a giant. Like I think it was on his arm. I feel like he had his whole fucking like arm as one. Which obviously the technology has to start, in a simplified way. But I was just trying to ask you: would lightsabers tempt you more to do LARPing?
I mean, if I would do LARPing, I would just pretend it was a lightsaber anyways. Per se.
That's okay. That's a good point. But okay, what if there's an actual instructor was teaching you, not just LARPing, or going to a
That's
class?
a certain level of nerd.
You don't think you could
That's
do?
like those camps for people that want to learn how to be alpha males.
To fight with lightsabers? It's like taking a ninja
I'm not saying
classes.
it's an alpha male camp, but that's like the nerd version.
Then you're saying all like karate
Learn
classes.
to be an alpha nerd.
Are-
Take lightsaber fighting courses.
Are karate classes like that?
No. You lack a self-discipline.
What's the difference?
Self-discipline.
You think Jedi's not disciplined?
Do you think Anakin did?
Well, he's not.
Did Luke?
He wasn't a Jedi. He was a Sith for a while.
Did the other girl? What's her name? Nobody likes those ones.
Rey.
Ray. I like Ray, but
You like her?
the movies
She's
themselves,
cute, but the movie's terrible.
they just like
We had no plan.
forced the
They had no-
fucking shit. Oh my god! I just learned that the Force exists, and now I'm a master.
Yeah. She had no training. No training. It was pretty.
She's
terrible.
just so attuned.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Star Wars by committee. You know, you could tell.
I know that
a
they're
crew.
even in like the lore of Star Wars. There are people that are just like, oh, I'm Yoda. I have special powers.
The nerds.
No, like in the lore or whatever, the canon.
Yeah.
You know, there's entities born, but part of what makes Star Wars great and any story great is when the person figures out how to destroy the conflict or overcome the conflict, there's a buildup of like they have to do X, Y,
Yeah, they have
Z.
to have some failures.
And then, like, as
you
far
know?
as how
Get-
the Force
get their own
works,
weapon.
she was just like, no, and it just destroyed the story.
Yeah.
It was just like, no,
Yeah, I'm powerful.
Yeah.
I don't need a mentor or
Yeah.
you know. Nah, I'm good. Ray. I'm Ray.
Yeah.
No, that's actually what Finn did. He just yelled Ray the entire time.
yeah,
Which I feel like Disney also that was like everyone wanted to see a black Jedi. A stormtrooper turned Jedi. That's like perfect. They didn't do that. I don't want to. What I did want to say though too is what I really wish they would have done. George Lucas's draft, which included the Wills. Do you remember that from the
the
Clone Wars?
wills.
Yeah, those like creatures that Yoda went and saw, and they had the different like masks.
Just in the animated stuff.
Yeah, it was like the last season before they canceled it. Yoda goes on
I've
that
watched them all. I can't recall that specifically.
it was a really good arc of Yoda going on this quest and like finds the wills of the Force. And that was actually, if you know what like George Lucas originally wrote down, that was like it was going to be the story told from the Wills' perspective, who were like, I don't know, some sort of Force gods, you know, like watchers or something. But I wish they would have explored that because that was obviously George Lucas' plan, or the Mortis arc stuff.
I am not as entrenched in Jedi.
You remember
and
that one though, where he
Star Wars lore as you are.
where they go to that weird planet in the animated
It's a lot of
series.
weird planets.
But they go to the one where like they lose the time and like they become,
And
there's-
then like
there's the
Anakin's
father.
given the choice.
yeah, there's the father and the son and the daughter.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever. Yeah, that one was really cool too. 'cause
He was supposed to like stay there.
he was supposed to become the father.
become a god.
He was supposed to become the father and keep the son and daughter in balance or something.
Yeah.
When eventually he did. He just did it in a different way, you know. I don't know. So he destroyed the Jedi and the Sith, you know. It's weird, and it ties into Ahsoka somehow. I don't even understand it either, because that bird is from it, owl thing that we keep seeing, you know.
Owl.
Yeah, you remember the Ahsoka series?
I didn't watch the Ahsoka series.
Oh, really?
The animated?
No, the live action.
No.
one. Yeah, it was weird. Well, it followed her during Rebels and shit too, though. You watched Rebels?
Yeah.
Yeah, that weird owl thing.
I don't recall.
That's fine. It doesn't mean anything anymore. That was George Lucas's Star Wars, and Star Wars is kind of just something else now.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's just a Disney machine cog.
Yeah. This is my topic that I want to talk to John about. The Gina Carano lawsuit is going forward.
Against Disney?
Disney, yeah. There was like a motion to dismiss it from Disney, you know, but the judge shut it down. And they're like, no.
How long has this been going on?
It started, I think, Elon Musk
Elon Musk started this?
is paying for it, yeah.
Jesus
Couple, like
Christ.
maybe back in
sorry, Neva.
February or something. Because she got fired for posting a meme.
What was the thing that she fucking posted? It's like kill Biden or something?
No, it was about like turning on your neighbors. You know, it said something about like in Nazi Germany, like people turned on each other, you know, like ratted on people before like they actually. It wasn't like the Nazis rounding people up. I don't know. She just posted some fucking weird meme.
She posted some Nazi shit.
Not really Nazi. It was just about like neighbors. I'm pretty sure it was just Nazi times. During this era, neighbors were turning on neighbors before the Nazis came and got you. Is what she was posting.
Nazi
either way,
times.
Taken out of context
I
because
didn't see this happen.
the same thing has happened where Mark Hamill, Pedro Pascal have also posted Nazi memes
Really?
and have not gotten fired.
All right. Well, let me look this up. Gina Carrero, is that right?
Carano.
And then
Sues Disney.
what was the meme she posted?
Oh yeah, it's probably like she deleted it, I'm sure, one time ago.
She reposted a meme that compared having different political opinions to being Jewish in the Nazi Germany.
Yeah, but that's a
Here's what she's posted.
that wasn't it. Maybe it was.
Jews were beaten in the streets, not by Nazi soldiers, but by their neighbors, even by children. Quote, because history is edited, most people today don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own neighbors hate them simply for being Jews. How is that any different from hating someone for their political views?
Is that a fireable meme? It's just like it's trying to be informative too. Like, hey, this happened. It's relevant to today.
I remember when this happened and I read it in the climate
People took it
that
out
it
of
happened.
context.
It didn't fit the political climate that well.
Yeah, the internet can.
But rereading it now, I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I've seen worse things. You know, it makes sense.
God, I am covered in dog snot right now.
You need to take care of that.
No. Well, when we're done.
I'm gonna come.
Yeah. Well,
Stop it.
I haven't
Get
done
some
that in a
help.
while.
dog mouth come on me.
All right. Well, is there any other trash talk you want to need to talk?
John, this episode went smoothly.
It went super,
Take some notes.
It went super smoothly, you know. I mean, I would have liked to hear his impact or feedback on a couple of topics, but
For sure. I almost wonder if we need to deduct some points from his culture points. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Fuck you, John.
We'll see that. Fuck John. I mean, he didn't even tell us where he was. We normally check in, but oh well. Shit happens. Swelling. Fuck off, John.
Trash.